Hello and welcome back to the English Grammar Mastery course. My name is Sai Sarath and in this lesson we are going to learn about subject-verb agreement. Have you ever listened to someone speak and thought something doesn't sound right? Chances are they were not following the rules of subject-verb agreement. In this lesson, we will understand about the subject-verb agreement and master the art of constructing sentences that sound just right. Before we start, just remember that if you have any questions at all, you can ask me those in the Q&A section or email me, and I will get back to you personally as soon as possible. So without any delay, let us begin our lesson. First of all, let us understand what subject-verb agreement means. Well, subject-verb agreement refers to the grammatical rule that the verb in a sentence must agree with the subject in the number. In other words, singular subjects need singular verbs and plural subjects need plural verbs. So if one person is performing an action, the verb should be singular. If more than one person or object are performing an action, the verb should be plural. This agreement is essential for clear and effective communication. First, let us understand what singular subject, plural subject, singular verb, and plural verb are. Singular subjects are nouns or pronouns that refer to one person, place, thing, or idea, whereas plural subjects are nouns or pronouns that refer to more than one person, place, thing, or idea. The singular form of the verb is usually formed by adding s or es to the base form v1 of the verb. And in case of plural verb form, we do not add s or es. We keep it as the base form v1. We use singular verbs for third person nouns and pronouns as well as collective nouns such as team or family, etc. Also, remember that when you see the pronouns I, which is the first person, and you, which is the second person pronoun, we use the base form of verb v1, just like you do for plural verbs. Okay, now let us explore the 5 rules that will help you master subject-verb agreement. Rule number 1. Singular subjects take singular verbs and plural subjects take plural verbs. This rule is the cornerstone of subject-verb agreement. Remember to always match the verb with the subject. Take a look at this sentence. He walks to the school. In this sentence, the subject is he, which is a singular subject. The verb walks agrees with the singular subject by taking the singular form. Let us see another example. They walk to the school. In this sentence, the subject is they, which is plural. The verb walk agrees with the plural subject by taking the plural form. Now let us see rule number 2. When the subject is a collective noun, the verb can be singular or plural depending on the intended meaning. For example, the flock of birds is flying south for the winter. In this sentence, the subject is the flock of birds, which is a collective noun representing a group of birds. The verb is flying is in the singular form. The intended meaning here is that group of birds is acting as a single unit, moving together in the same direction. Now look at this sentence. The flock of birds are eating seeds from the feeder. In this sentence, the subject is again the flock of birds, which is a collective noun. However, this time the verb are eating is in the plural form. The intended meaning here is that the individual birds within the group are performing the action separately, each eating seeds from the feeder. Now let us look at the third rule. Inverted sentences require special attention to subject-verb agreement. Sometimes sentences are structured with the verb before the subject. In these cases, pay close attention to ensure the subject and verb agree with each other. For example, there is a book on the table. In this sentence, the verb is comes before the subject, a book. The subject is singular and the verb is agrees with it in the singular form. Now look at this sentence. There are books on the table. In this example, the verb are comes before the subject books. The subject is plural and the verb are agrees with it in the plural form. Here, the sentence indicates the presence of multiple books on the table. Now let us learn about the fourth rule. Compound subjects joined by and take plural verbs, while compound subjects joined by or nor take the singular verbs. When two subjects are joined by and, they act as single unit and take a plural verb. However, when subjects are joined by or nor, the verb should match the subject closest to it. For example, Rohit and Priya are best friends. In this sentence, the subjects Rohit and Priya are joined by and a plural verb are is used to agree with the subject because Rohit and Priya together form a pair of best friends. Now look at this sentence. Neither Rohit nor Priya is attending the party. Here, the subject Rohit and Priya are joined by nor. When subjects are joined by or nor, the verb should match the subject closest to it. In this case, the verb is agrees with the singular subject Priya, which is closest to the verb. The sentence conveys that neither Rohit nor Priya is attending the party individually. Now let us look at this sentence. Neither Rohit nor his friends are attending the party. In this example, the subjects Rohit and his friends are joined by nor. The verb are agrees with the plural subject his friends, which is closest to the verb. The sentence conveys that neither Rohit nor any of his friends are attending the party. Now let us learn about the fifth rule. Indefinite pronouns take singular verbs unless they refer to more than one thing. Some indefinite pronouns like someone or everybody can be tricky. They generally take singular verbs even though they might seem plural. For example, everyone is here for the meeting. In this sentence, the subject is the indefinite pronoun everyone. Even though everyone refers to a group of people, it is treated as singular and takes a singular verb. In this case, the singular verb is agrees with the subject everyone. The sentence conveys that all the people expected for the meeting have arrived. Now look at this sentence. Many have arrived for the concert. In this example, the subject is the indefinite pronoun many. Unlike everyone, many refers to more than one thing or person and is considered plural. As a result, it takes a plural verb have, which agrees with the subject many. The sentence conveys that multiple people have arrived for the concert. Now that we have covered the rules, let us discuss some common mistakes and some tips to avoid them. One of the most common mistakes people make when it comes to subject-verb agreement is using the wrong verb form with irregular verbs. Irregular verbs do not follow the standard ed rule for past tense verbs. So it's important to memorize their past tense form. For example, instead of saying I have went to the market, which uses the incorrect past tense form of go, you should say I have gone to the market. Another mistake people often make is forgetting to match the verb tense with the subject. This can happen when people use the wrong verb form for singular or plural subject, or when they mix up present and past tense verbs. For example, instead of saying she runs to the store, which uses the present tense form of the verb run to match the singular subject she, someone might accidentally say she ran to the store, which is wrong. Using the wrong verb form with singular or plural nouns is another common mistake. This can happen when people treat a singular noun as plural or plural noun as singular. For example, instead of saying the team is playing well, which uses the singular verb form to match the collective noun team, someone might accidentally say the team are playing well. Finally, people often make a mistake of treating collective nouns as plural when they should be singular. Collective nouns refer to group of people or things such as a committee, family, or team. While collective nouns can take either a singular or plural verb form depending on the intended meaning, it is important to remember that they should be treated as singular when referring to group as a whole. For example, instead of saying the committee are making a decision, which treats the collective noun as plural, you should say the committee is making a decision. To avoid these common mistakes, it is important to pay close attention to the subject and verb in the sentence and to ensure that they agree with each other in number and tense. By doing so, you can make your writing and speech clear and effective and avoid any grammatical errors. I hope that you now have a better understanding about subject-verb agreement. To further strengthen your grasp on this topic, let's put your knowledge to test with a practice exercise. You have to choose the correct verb out of the given options. Take a moment to pause the video and attempt these exercises. You can find the correct answers in the supplementary material provided. Mastering subject-verb agreement is essential for effective communication in English. By understanding and applying the rules we have discussed today, you will be able to construct sentences that are grammatically accurate and easy to understand. So keep practicing and applying these rules in your daily communication. And soon, you will find that your English communication skills have reached new heights. Remember, the journey to becoming an expert in English grammar is a step-by-step process, and with dedication and practice, you will surely achieve your goal. So that's it from this lesson. See you in the next lesson. Until then, good luck and happy learning.